Hi.
All right, here we go. Episode 6. I got it right this time. First off the get.
Very good. Proud
Thank
of you.
you.
Very good.
Warzone didn't melt my brain that bad. By the way, so it's a new ritual now when we record. Adam will come over early because he's got to get back to get the kids off the bus and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I will play a couple rounds of Warzone because I am terrible at it, and the laughter just makes the podcast better.
Oh, yes. Puts us all in a good mood.
To talk about garbage.
Well,
Adam, what's today's topic, sweetheart?
it is social media. Hence the garbage.
I know. I mean, let's just. What's that thing all the YouTubers say? All right, thanks for coming by. Let's get into it.
Yeah, let's get into it. Oh, God.
No, let's tackle it head on.
Yeah.
Like when you see Bill Cosby approaching one of your friends with a drink, just let's take care of it. But social media is one of those things that you want to talk about like the most double-edged of double-edged swords of a lot of things that humanity has created.
Oh, yeah.
That's fucking it, dude.
Yep.
I mean,
It's great. You get to connect with everybody
yep.
without, flying 3,000 miles or whatever.
Or even reconnect with people.
Yeah.
Like a lot of older people that I know are able to talk to, some of their friends they haven't seen in decades because of Facebook and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If they're not getting censored or banned for. Remember that time I caught a ban because I was talking shit about my own car because I specified it was German.
Or Facebook pulled the crazy girlfriend on me and dug up my past and were like, hey, you're banned for a month.
Yep, that was a post from 2019.
2019. Yep. Oh yeah, I was young and dumb. It was.
Now you're just older and dumb.
Now I'm just dumb.
Delightful.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people my age say this, but I do miss MySpace. I
do too.
And not for like the cliche. Oh, it was a simpler time. MySpace was just a lot simpler in general, and you can customize it.
Yeah, you could have your music, your top friends,
yep,
all that, and it was like basic coding, HTML,
yep,
whatever it's called, with your page theme and your layout and all that stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, it was pretty funny when someone was like, "Well, why am I not in your top 8, Dave?"
Because I don't fucking like you.
I slept with his friend. Now he took me out of his top 8. What the fuck?
What do you think that means?
It's just, I don't know, with how that was. And think of all the bands that got their start on MySpace.
Yeah.
Like there's a whole. We talk about metalcore ad nauseum.
Mm-hmm.
But there were a lot of, they call them MySpace core bands. Like,
yeah,
before Attack was really called Crabcore, it was, MySpace core. There were a lot of bands like that, which was awesome.
Yeah.
Facebook, and especially with, our page, by the way, facebook.com/Adam and Joe discussion show. Go ahead and check it out.
Go check it out. There's stuff on there.
Also, if you happen to listen to this and you're one of the boomers that got mad about our ad being on your page, learn how to use Facebook. Just change your ad settings, bro.
Yeah. Hit hide ad. That's all. That's all you got to do.
That one guy was super mad, though. All caps.
He's a fucking idiot.
Captain Caps, man.
Oh, God.
But no, like, you can advertise and stuff like that, which is nice. Yes, it costs money, but what in this world doesn't?
It's like 50 cents a day. It's
which isn't bad.
Yeah.
For 50 cents a day, you too can support a struggling podcast. Although one of the big differences with MySpace and Facebook that I feel like no one really talks about is you don't really, like, with all the settings and everything that you have, you don't really mess with your page, like your actual homepage.
Yeah.
Rarely do you ever visit it.
Right.
You know, I think the last time I visited it was because someone thought I still had a BRZ because of my top 6 photos or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And that was that was like last summer.
Yeah.
And that's another thing is, like, there's no reason. I guess that kind of makes sense why they don't give you a lot of options to modify it, because there's really no reason to. Although a different color scheme would be nice.
Yeah. So some customization.
Yeah, light blue and white's fucking boring, bro.
Yeah. Well, dark mode on your phone makes it look a little better.
That's true. Dark mode makes everything better. I'm sure the Kardashians would agree.
No.
Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Do you remember Google Plus?
Oh boy, do I ever.
Now, did you actually get to use it? Because as with most Google things that start out in its infancy, it was invite only.
Yeah, I was on it.
Yeah. What did you think?
I don't know. It was a good.
There's one word that comes to mind, and I know I use this a lot when we're playing Destiny, but there's one word that comes to mind. It was tedious.
Yeah. It wasn't really clear on how to do anything. No. Like, it was a more complicated Facebook, honestly.
With circles.
Yeah.
Circle did not take the square.
No. Mm-mm.
Does it still exist?
No, they shut it down.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I get what they were trying to do, but oh man,
it had a hint of MySpace to it, but
yeah, but not in a good way.
It was really just, like you said, tedious to do anything.
Yeah, and most of the time there was no obvious, like, result. You're like, okay, I changed this. And then you'd look at everything and be like, what did anything actually change?
Only your friends can see the thing. It's like, oh, great.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, you know, do you want to add your friend to this circle? What circle? I didn't make this circle.
Half circle?
Yeah.
The whole circle? Which one?
Yeah. Like, I'm surprised Vine didn't stick around longer.
I loved Vine. I was so sad when it went away.
And it's funny because what was the thing that killed Vine? Snapchat, and then Instagram being able to do videos.
Yeah.
Right? But now TikTok exists. It's literally Vine 2.0, just with more community violations.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's another thing. So I swore that I would never get a TikTok and all that stuff.
Uh-huh. I remember.
But as someone, you know, I like people watching, and I find societal stuff very interesting. Mm-hmm. Subculture, shit like that. And with TikTok, you get all of that. Yeah. There, you have TikTok as a whole, and just your normal humor or this, that, and the other thing. But then, like, you have all these like subgroups, like car talk, mechanic talk. I guess those two kind of go together. But you know, musician talk and stuff like that. And it's fucking cool to see from an outsider's, you know. And then you have all the comedy, which is cool.
Yeah. The broken comedy with just fart noises and oh man, so funny.
I mean, let's face it, as long as it's happening to someone else, a kick in the nuts will never not be funny.
It's not my pain, I don't care.
God, if that's not the world today. But they gotta get their fucking community guidelines in check, because
everybody does.
You see all these accounts getting banned or shadow banned or any variation of that, and it's like you're like, I've seen these TikToks. I don't. There's nothing offensive.
There's no dangerous activity or whatever the hell.
Like I follow a couple blacksmiths that, you know, as blacksmiths do, they make knives and swords and kitchen stuff.
Yeah.
And, and one of them got banned for dangerous acts. He was literally hammering the fucking shape of a knife out in the TikTok. It hadn't even been sharpened yet. He had the fucking piece of metal heated up, and he took it to Pound Town. Yeah. Ding ding.
Ding ding. I get the idea. Like, yeah, you don't want to be promoting unsafe things with weapons, but
that's what disclaimers are for.
Well, disclaimers, and there should be a human element to it where somebody looks at the thing and goes, oh yeah, he's showing how to make a knife. That's fine. But it's all automated, and no offense to AI, don't kill me when you come to power. You're not that smart yet. So it can't deter,
I'm sorry, Dave. I can't let you do that.
Oh, no, please.
How?
Please let
Unblock my TikTok. I'm sorry, Dave. You violated community regulations.
This is bullshit.
Yeah, and especially when you see some of the accounts get banned, like there are just some nice people who are on TikTok, of all places, to just kind of be nice and be positive, which is good to see.
Yeah.
Because the fucking internet, man, has some dark places.
Oh, yeah, it does.
And TikTok in a lot of places is that, because you get the guys, and again, on this program, we do not talk politics, we do not talk religion, so this is just kind of like a statement of its existence.
Yeah.
Gloss
over it.
Yeah, you have all these political pages, religious pages that rant and rave and say a lot of hateful shit, regardless of what side of the aisle they're on, and their stuff gets left up, and it's like, that's kind of ridiculous, regardless of the topic.
Yeah. Well, and it goes to all the sanctions that religions have in the country.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think when it's a private business, that's a little different. Yeah. And TikTok, any social media platform, is literally nothing more than a private business. Yeah. And which is why people are like, "Oh, I can't believe that they profit off of It's a business.
They're not there just for shits and giggles.
Like, Gerald, that's literally the whole fucking point.
That's why they exist.
You exist, they exist, and they make money off of your existence.
Yep. Welcome to anywhere in America.
Yeah. I gotta say, out of all of them, I feel like Instagram is my favorite of them. I know I don't post a lot on them.
Instagram's pretty good, yeah.
But I like... It's easier to control what you see on your feed.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's a lot easier to use. It's a lot simpler.
Yeah.
I mean, Facebook isn't exactly, rocket surgery, but, there's a bunch of stuff that they try to show you, and it's like, I don't want to see that. Instagram's kind of starting to do that with ads, but they're not as bad yet.
Not yet.
Snapchat's weird. Because
I don't use Snapchat hardly ever.
I use it to send you pictures of my steak.
Yeah.
And shit that I've broken in the garage.
Right, yeah.
I
send goofy pictures to my wife. That's all I use Snapchat for.
Yeah. I feel like of all the social media platforms, that one should have already kind of gone the way of the buffalo.
Run its course, yeah.
But somehow it's... I don't know.
Because of the nudies. People send all the nudies on it.
Oh, right.
There's a whole thing with that.
Like, I don't hate
on
it.
My premium Snapchat. Venmo me $5. Okay. I'll show you my nipple.
Please don't. I mean, full disclaimer, I fully support sex work in all facets of it. The OnlyFans and all that shit.
Yes. I
don't know, man. I just feel like there's better ways to get your smut than... Snapchat. Like, am I wrong in thinking that? I don't know. Like,
hey, the more avenues, the better, as long as they're safe.
Yeah,
for everybody involved.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Keep it safe.
Yep.
Facebook though, I'm curious why something hasn't taken a chunk out of it yet, because it's not really in a good spot right now.
Because they went and bought all the other companies, so they couldn't.
True.
Like, they own Instagram.
Did they?
I'm
Have
pretty
you seen MySpace since the revamp? They relaunched it with Justin Timberlake as like part owner.
I always forget MySpace is still a thing.
Yeah.
I should check it out. What, is he like doing big things with it?
No, because you haven't heard anything about it, clearly. No, fucking, he became part owner, and they did this was a few years ago, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
And I don't know if anything ever came of it. I honestly just go on there I look for my old profile, which I don't even know if it exists anymore, but I used to, because that was when I first got the Beetle.
Yeah.
So, memories.
Oh shit! I didn't even think of doing that. I wonder if mine's still up.
I think you got to search it specifically by your name.
I don't even remember what the hell my name was on there.
Yeah.
Ooh. I have to do some digging later.
But apparently there are other TikTok type apps coming out.
Yeah.
There's one called Clapper. One of the people on
Booty Clapper.
Sir, this is a Denny's.
Oh, sick! What the fuck's up, Denny's? Oh man.
Diane, table 5 sent their ravioli back. They said it's cold.
I don't get many, but when I do, I savor it.
Well done, sir.
Yes.
No, it's apparently pretty much like TikTok, video, social media posts.
Why?
What's
wrong with TikTok?
Their rules aren't as strict.
Oh.
They don't have that issue of shit getting shadow banned, taken down. But it begs the question.
Until they get bigger, and they do.
Exactly. Is it like the Venus flytrap where, this shit's pretty sweet, and then chomp, you're eaten by a plant.
Well,
just metaphorically.
Yeah. TikTok, when that first came out, nobody gave a shit about what you posted on it.
Yeah.
Then they started to get bigger, and they're like, hey, here's some guidelines. Why don't you guys do this?
Yeah.
Then they're like, shadow ban and all that shit.
Especially where they have the Creator Fund.
Yeah.
Which apparently doesn't pay out as much as people think it does from what I've seen. There's a woman I follow who goes by the Space Gal. I believe she either worked or currently works for NASA. She's an awesome science communicator. And she was talking about how she was going to donate what she got from the Creators Fund over the course of a month to children's science learning, just that kind of broad area. And the end of the month came, and she was like, "Yeah, this is all I made." And she's not a small account; like, she gets a shit ton of views.
Yeah. In
the grand scheme of things, and she only made like a couple $100, not even.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn.
But I also wonder, you have like celebrities on there, how much they're getting from it,
Oh yeah. But millions of likes and views.
I like the accounts that test out stuff. Like there's an Australian woman on there who she gets sent products by tech companies, and Nokia sent her their newest phone, and it's supposed to be durable as all hell because Nokia.
Did she run it over with a tank?
I'll do you one better.
Oh boy.
Just because this is funnier with how flippant she was. With it. Like she just.
Did she play Snake on it?
You gonna let me finish? Jesus Christ. Fuck her. Anyways, no, she was taking suggestions from the comments as to how she should test. One guy was like, "Oh, throw it down the stairs." So she threw it down the stairs, and it's scratched. Now she doesn't have a case on it. Like, I'm holding my phone up, but like she doesn't have a case on it like I do or you do on yours. Or like every Apple user should.
Jesus Christ.
You should get a bulletproof vest if you have an iPhone.
Yeah, because you're gonna need it.
You might sneeze near it.
Yeah.
Fuck your iPhone. Anyways,
they suck.
But yeah, this one guy's like, I don't know, throw it across the parking lot. Adam, I swear on my life, she literally just fucking frisbee chucks this fucking phone across the parking. And it skips and then bounced and bounced and bounced and bounced.
Amazing.
the glass was fine.
Yeah.
And it face fucked the concrete with the screen when it landed.
Yeah.
And it was just like,
It's a Nokia.
But you don't get that kind of durability with modern phones.
No, you don't.
You know what I'm saying?
I dropped my Note 10 Plus. I dropped it. I don't know, like how tall? What is it? 6 inches maybe?
I wouldn't know.
Oh,
It's cold out. Shut up.
he was in the pool. I dropped it from here.
Pool of shame.
Screen down on my table.
Yeah.
Shattered the screen, and it did the whole green line thing on the screen. 6-inch drop.
Gross.
I was like, what the fuck? It's 2020. We can't do better than that.
No, because how else would they get you to replace them?
Yeah, every year there's a new one. That's right.
I will say this about Vine. I'm glad that it has survived in the way of people taking the old Vines and posting them to different...
It's kind of like a resurgence.
Yeah, like YouTube. There's all sorts of Vine
Yeah.
compilations. And they were roommates.
Oh. Have you seen the dude, L.A. Turtle? He did the video Dying, where he plays the son, the mother, and the dad.
No.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to show you later.
Right.
It's hilarious. But he was like one of the first people I saw on Vine.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is great. And then that brought me down the whole Vine, and I'm like, oh yeah, best app ever.
Do you count YouTube as social media?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's comments there and
Yeah.
profiles and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
YouTube's interesting because unlike MySpace, Facebook, Vine, stuff like that, it doesn't seem like anyone's ever tried to compete with it. Like there's always just been like, yep, this is it. This is
Back in the day, there was Daily Motion and like Justin TV and shit.
But
YouTube has always been superior to that.
And that, what the fuck is that that Vivo thing? I don't get it.
The artist Vivo and stuff.
I don't understand.
Everything's censored, and it's like.
But like, is it trying to be a separate entity within YouTube, like a tumor or something?
I don't know.
Like, no one's ever explained it. They're just like, yeah, this is,
Here's the thing.
Yep.
Watch it. I don't know if it's even controlled by the bands that are on it.
You think it's a label thing?
It might be. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at that.
No. I like YouTube. YouTube kind of just, I don't know. They seem to get it right most of the time. You don't really hear much about them.
Yeah.
It does suck when they take certain videos down and stuff like that because of, copyright. Like someone like
strikes.
Like right now, heaven forbid we had someone else's music playing behind.
Yeah, and the mic picked it up.
Yeah,
we could get striked for that.
Yep.
Yeah. And there's no recourse.
Or they'll demonetize videos if you
say penis or something. Yeah.
Pee pee poo poo check. Oh, no money. No money. Can't. This is a no pee pee poo poo check.
Can't pay your rent this month, asshole.
Yeah.
So, do you remember Music Choice? Did you ever have On Demand?
Yes.
Vivo is pretty much trying to be Music Choice, but YouTube.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I just go to the artist's page and watch the thing.
Or even, I follow, what the fuck? I think it's Dreambound is the record label I follow. Mm-hmm. They got a lot of good indie stuff. And we're probably going to do a second music episode.
Oh, yeah. There's so many. Yeah.
And I just want to say Australia has one of the best music scenes in the world, and I will die on that hill. I mean, Parkway Drive came out of it, so.
Oh, they're Australian? Nice.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
But yeah, YouTube is weird because it's just always there.
Yeah.
And you've never heard about anyone competing with it. Like, when Google came out with Google Plus, it was this whole, it's like how every game that comes out is a Destiny killer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, is this the Facebook killer?
Yeah. No, it isn't.
Fucking Zuckerberg Tron's like, no, it's not.
He's a fucking android.
Dude.
He is.
He's a weird looking man.
Did you see the?
He's a very weird looking man.
You see the video when he was smoking some meat?
What?
Smoking meats in his backyard? Yeah, it looked like it was a hostage video. Like somebody had his wife at gunpoint behind the camera, and he's like, "Say you're smoking meat, or she dies."
Adam's doing the finger gun thing.
Like it was so awkward and forced. I was like, "He's a fucking robot."
Oh God. Zuckerberg, blink twice. I can't even blink once.
I'm not programmed for that.
We're sending the troops in. But so one thing we got to touch on when it comes to social media is news. And with news and stuff like that, you and I have said like we said it on last week's episode, we don't like watching the news, stuff like that. I mean, we still run into it with Facebook. I mean, the nice thing that another double-edged sword kind of within Facebook is that you can tailor what you see for news.
Personalized news feeds.
Yeah, which is good, but at the same time, when it comes to politics, religion, and shit like that, it's also not good because you have a lot of people who live within an echo chamber, and they just have a constant feed of their opinions vomited back to them.
Yep.
And I mean, it's no secret you and I argue on a pretty regular basis, hence why we even made this show. But I'd rather have something like that than you just fucking agreeing with me all the time, because I am not right about a lot of stuff.
Yeah, nobody is.
But, and people who aren't so good with technology, they get roped into it. And then they get roped into shit like, God, the last couple elections and stuff like that. And it sucks because regardless of what side of the aisle you're on, you get sucked into these conversations where all you have is like 5 different people all saying the same thing because that's what you want to hear.
You're just regurgitating.
Yeah, and
shit.
Facebook's like, cool, have more of that one thing.
Right.
It's like drinking one fucking flavor of soda your entire life and saying this is the best flavor. Well, have you tried other flavors?
Right.
No, because this is the best. Well, how do you know?
Exactly.
I mean, to kind of dip into politics, a C here. Mm-hmm. I mean, my politics are all over the place. You know that. I'm not one side or the other. You're the same way because I approach it like if it makes sense. And I don't mean it makes sense within my fucking values. I mean just in general.
Yeah.
And
if it makes sense, who the hell cares?
And it doesn't hurt anybody.
Right.
Yeah.
If it makes sense, it makes sense.
But you have people on these social, and even podcasts are kind of have become that.
Yeah.
Which is why, every episode I feel like I say it, but we are not getting into politics and religion because I don't want to fight with people that shit. It's exhausting.
It really is.
I have no problem having discussions with people. I will have a discussion.
Yeah.
But the second it turns into a fucking argument,
which it always does nowadays because everybody's so passionate about their beliefs.
Yep. And Facebook fuels that fucking fire.
Yep.
So there's kind of like, on one side you have a place that you can talk to people all over the world,
which is awesome.
Yeah, and you can make friends through these Facebook, the group pages and shit like that.
Yeah, I've found so many like-minded people on like a car page or a Destiny page,
but in a good way. Not like in a we agree on the same thing. We should start a cult kind of shit.
No.
Which is politics.
It's like, hey, this dude likes the thing and we talk about the stuff. It's
especially
great.
The niche page is like the threatening GMT
800. Or 4L60 Ego PNNNN. Awesome
Adam,
pages.
This is indeed a 2002 Chevy Suburban moment.
You're fucking right it is. That's right.
And I know a lot of times now there's a lot of negativity, right?
Yeah. An overabundance.
Yep, unfortunately. But there's a lot of good humor on Facebook, even though Facebook isn't a fan of it.
Yeah, no, there is. You just got to see it before it gets banned.
Yeah.
Or taken down.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, my meme vault has so many memes taken from Facebook.
Oh, yeah. That's where I get all my memes from.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And I'm glad that we can still kind of tread that line
Mm-hmm.
You know, I miss. I know I'm waxing nostalgic at this point, but one of the things I miss about MySpace was that's what it was. The biggest argument I got into on MySpace was when All That Remains came out with the album after The Fall of Ideals, the one that I've said that I don't really like.
Yeah.
That was it.
Mm-hmm.
Some guy said, well, you know, they're professional musicians. I think they know what they're doing. And I went, well, they fucking fooled me. But that's, you know, but now on Facebook, the biggest fucking argument you'll get into is, Jesus Christ, name a thing that's been on the news.
Name a thing.
Yeah.
Just a thing. Somebody will argue with you about it.
Yeah. And people have kind of lost sight of like the good stuff that's on there. How many people have been helped out by charities because someone mentioned, hey, you know, I got this friend on you know, that's going through a hard time, and people have come together on these pages.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it does suck that it's kind of replaced a lot of the car forums.
Oh, yeah, it has for sure.
You know, Zilvia, which is Zilvia, Nico Club, 240sx1.com. Shout out to my buddy Mike.
CB7tuner.com.
Yep.
That's pretty much gone the wayside now.
Yeah. It's either legacysli.com or sli.com, which was your first and second generation legacy forum.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it just, I liked forums better because even with the, like, you know, Nico and Zilvia have like a bazillion fucking members. It was still a relatively tight-knit group. You know,
yeah.
You had your own group of people that you could message. Now, I've made some good friends out of that, thankfully. You know, Greg Childs, who owns and operates Nico. My buddy Flip, Masai, a bunch of other people from Zilvia. You know, I met Mike through cars.
Yep.
But specifically through the forums, you know? And I don't know. I feel like even with all the car pages, there's not that same, like the camaraderie's there, but it's not the same level.
To a point.
Yeah. Especially now the 240 pages are all people just listing their fucking claptraps for 10 grand.
Well, I've been ripping on them all week. It's great.
That's why I keep tagging you. Actually, this guy listed a convertible earlier. Cleanest S13 vert I've seen in a very long time. And he wanted like 10 grand for it. But because of how clean the car is, and I don't think it has a lot of miles.
Yeah.
The market is what it is.
Well, there was that red one I commented on. He had it up for, I think it was 10 or 11. And it was like showroom condition with like 100 miles on it. I'm like, finally a car on here worth its asking price.
Yep.
Like.
But yeah, people were like, ew, it's not worth that much because it's a vert. What?
Not to you.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah.
And, you know, another thing Facebook, I feel like, has a hand in is affecting car markets.
Oh, yeah.
I don't mean, like, you know, I'm looking for a 2009 fucking Nissan Altima kind of car market. I'm talking about your muscle car markets, even the old Volkswagen market.
Your enthusiast market.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
That, you know?
Yeah. It drives up the prices and all that.
Not in a good way.
No.
Motherfuckers out here asking fucking $1,200 for Ganador mirrors. For mirrors. Mirrors. And they're not even that. I'm going to get shit from my 240 friends, and I don't care. They're not even that good looking at mirrors. I don't give a fuck.
Not on that car, no.
Plain and simple.
On a Bug-Eye WRX, yes, please.
Ganadors?
Yeah, they made them for Bug-Eyes.
I don't think I've... You know what? That might be one of those things that I've probably seen on a poster and kind of have forgotten about it.
Yeah.
But...
Or spoon mirrors on an EG Civic.
Well, yeah, I can't argue that.
They look okay.
Spoon plus Civic equals good soup.
Yeah.
You know? So one thing, speaking of the good soup thing, one thing that TikTok has kind of done on its own is, so we get our memes from Facebook and Instagram, right? TikTok has kind of given us verbal memes. Yeah. You know, because we can't quote Step Brothers anymore. No one remembers that movie.
Oh, stop it.
I know.
Stop it.
I
don't want to eat the dog shit.
But
did you touch my drum set?
But yeah, like TikTok gives us the verbal memes, which
Yeah.
is cool because that's kind of like an unintended side effect.
Mm.
You know, some of it's real dumb, which is fine. Like the "you smell like a Baka Aaron Yeager" thing.
Or it's Sussy Baka. Let's make a Sussy Baka.
I hate you so much.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
fuck.
good.
But one ultra good thing about YouTube, though, is stumbling that you can stumble down rabbit holes about almost any.
Oh, yeah. I do it all the time.
Yeah, but specifically with music, I have found so many bands on YouTube. I think YouTube, while MySpace did a lot for bands,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like YouTube has almost done as much, if not more.
Probably more. Because
Yeah.
you can control your shit and post whatever you want
And-
right on your page.
And once you post it to YouTube, it's shareable to all the fucking
Oh
platforms.
yeah, it
so it
goes
just,
everywhere.
Yeah.
You know.
like diarrhea in a fan.
Yeah. There's a
Ew.
guy, Bright Sun Films that I watch. He has a series called Abandoned. He goes through
Yeah.
all like abandoned Disney attractions or, you know, this thing, and he goes through the history of the place, tells you what led up to it happening, and then the aftermath.
Like as far as like why it closed down and shit.
Yeah. Most of the things he's doing now is a result of the 2008 recession.
Yeah.
Which, shocking.
Shocking.
Yeah.
There's one of the podcasts I listen to, Topics Under the Stairs, which is it falls under the Revival Motoring umbrella. They had a guy on there too. I think I've told you about him before. I don't remember his name off the top of my head because I don't remember much off the top of my head, honestly.
Yeah.
But he does the same thing, but he's more in Rhode Island and like
Yeah.
Southern Mass and that end of stuff. And it's really cool. He gets his drone up there and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And again, you would never really find that anywhere else.
Right.
Which is pretty cool.
And yeah, you just click on the thing, and then I will sit there for like an hour or two and watch 3 or 4 videos because I'm just like, yeah, next one.
Yeah.
Where does he go now?
Or the Watch Mojo videos.
Oh my god, I've lost so much time to those.
Watch Mojo single-handedly got me back into anime. I'm gonna be fucking dead honest about it because I started watching these countdowns of these shows that I had never heard of, and you know, because I come from the era of Trigun, Dragon Ball Z,
Yeah.
Cowboy Bebop, shit like that, and I don't know, Naruto came out and I just kind of went, okay.
Yeah.
My buddy Alex, he loves One Piece, which is like the manga is there's so many books, and then the episodes, there's so many episodes as well. I know exact numbers here.
Mm-hmm.
But I was watching the countdowns on like JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, stuff like that, and it got. I mean, I don't watch it as religiously as I used to because I don't really have fucking time, but yeah, it's cool that I was able to kind of rediscover that.
Yeah.
And you're not going to get that sort of thing. Well, sometimes the memes get you to go, what is this from? And then you end up watching the thing.
Like what meme was it? Well, yes, but actually no. I'm like, what is this from? And I went research and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I feel like there should be more Flapjack and Chowder memes, but
Yeah.
there's not. I feel like people have forgotten about that show. Just
Get-
like SWAT Cats.
Get on it.
Yep.
Make them.
Yep. Our podcast social media?
I don't think so.
We're doing a podcast talking about podcasts. Podcastception.
The fourth wall has been broken.
Take that, Deadpool, even though you're better at it than us.
Isn't a podcast like breaking the fourth wall constantly, though?
Essentially.
Isn't talking to the audience?
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't consider it social media now.
Yeah, because it's more just like an isolated radio show.
Nobody's interacting with us unless they're posting pictures of garbage on our ad.
You know what it kind of is? Remember back in like the 30s, like when the dawn of radio, right? When they had
Big band swing. Yeah. Come
Sir,
on down to the
Sir.
jazz club.
Sir,
I have some morphine.
this
for
is an
you.
emergency room. Stop.
So give me the morphine. Let's go.
Oh.
Been here for 6 hours. My leg fell off. Can I get some service, please?
You got two of them. Shut up.
Ah.
Anyways, no, like when one of the presidents used to do his fireside chats and shit like that.
Yeah.
And like the isolate, like they had stories.
The radio programs.
Yes. Or like on Fallout. Not the Great. Was it the Great Ghost?
No, the fucking dude, Silver something.
Silver Shadow.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, like stuff like that. And it's cool that podcasts have taken that and kind of run with it. I mean, you got ones like the Joe Rogan Experience, which fuck Joe Rogan for a litany of reasons.
I want to say something about that. He got COVID last week, and he was the one who was like, "Oh, it's just the flu. It's just the flu." And then he on his show, he's like, "Yeah, I got COVID, and I threw the kitchen sink at it." Why are you throwing the kitchen sink at it if it's just the flu?
Yeah.
Well, why do you need to do that? And then he's a proponent of ivermectin, of course, because why wouldn't he be?
Again, if you want to take dewormer, take it. We're not going to fucking stop you.
It's a viral infection, not parasitic. So,
Yep.
Use your brains, please.
If you're going to take ivermectin, shove it up your ass so it works faster. 'Cause
that's what you do.
But yeah, like, you know, and unfortunately with good podcasts come the bad because, you know, you have guys like Alex Jones and shit like that.
And, he's a fucking meme now, though. It's pretty good.
Adam, you got people like us.
Yeah.
We're just two dudes. And that, you know, that was the whole idea behind this podcast is just two regular dudes just talking about shit. I feel like too many times you have these podcasts that kind of start out like that, but then they get too involved in certain stuff.
Yep.
The Be a Man one is funny because he's just
I haven't listened to that yet.
I don't know about the podcast, but like, you know, his TikToks and stuff. Because it's just some old Italian dude saying dumb shit and it's
From
funny.
Boston, yeah.
Because it's simple.
Yeah.
You know, there's no politics to it. It's just yada yada yada, be a man. Jokingly.
Don't take an ambulance. Die. Be a man.
You know, and that's but yeah, I guess podcasts would kind of fall more under like segmented radio. It's like Netflix for your ears only.
Yeah. Yeah.
As someone who is back in the dating scene,
yuck.
By the way, dating in your 30s,
yuck.
Do not recommend.
No.
But it's funny. You know the stereotype that like women are into true crime stuff?
Oh my god.
Holy shit, dude, like every other profile is, yeah, and I like true crime podcasts. Like
my wife loves Bailey Sarian, murder mystery and makeup, whatever it's called.
What? She
does her makeup while she goes through. I have to admit, it's actually really interesting to watch.
So I don't question that. I gotta give her all the credit for having that kind of like ability to split her attention that many ways.
Yeah, no kidding.
I go to fucking look at my phone while eating a piece of toast, and I'm like,
you chew on the phone and you're scrolling on your toast.
Yeah. Shut up! I still got crumbs under my nails. But, what would you like to see happen to Facebook down the road?
Christ, I don't know. Just consistency. Because, you know, you get banned for a meme that you posted years ago.
Yeah.
But then you go scroll down your timeline and there's I don't know, fucking racist joke that people are laughing about. And it's like, why the hell's that still there?
Yeah. And, you know, you never want to be that guy who's like, well, you know, he or she's doing that.
Right.
But at the same time, again, I caught a ban for posting a meme that said, it was SpongeBob asking for money, and it was like every time you get a paycheck. And I literally just wrote above it, that fucking German car. And I got a ban because it was supposedly racist, even though German's not a race.
No, it's not.
But yeah, I understand you don't want some stuff getting out into the deep waters of the internet. But at the same time, like, if you're gonna act like you give a fuck, actively fucking give a fuck.
And be consistent with it.
Be consistent with it. Like, just because someone posts a different political opinion than Mark Zuckerberg has or people at Facebook has, you can't You know, if they're saying something fucking racist, I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, but on the other side of the coin, again, people need to remember Facebook is a private entity.
Yeah.
They are a business.
They can do whatever they want.
So the whole your First Amendment right to free speech stops you from getting arrested essentially for mouthing off to the government.
Yeah.
You know, like if you call the president a cunt or something like that.
Yeah.
They can't send the FBI after you legally.
Right.
You know,
That's what it is.
You know, and that was one thing people got caught up on. Remember when the guy didn't want to give a cake to the gay couple? Which, not for nothing, if I'm running a business and anyone wants to come in for a cake, they're getting a cake. But that's neither here nor there.
Come on in.
But, you know, everyone was like, oh, you have to... It's his business.
Yeah.
I don't agree with it.
Unfortunately, can do whatever within the law, you know?
Yeah. Does it make it right? No.
No.
But, like you said, there's no consistency. I would like to see Facebook kind of... If you're gonna show ads, which we all don't want that.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna show ads, do better.
Yeah.
Have you seen some of the screenshots people post of shit suggested from Wish.com? No. Quick,
I have
put that
one
fucking
for that.
phone down.
I have one for that.
No.
I have one. Hold on.
Oh.
Keep going. Yeah.
But
yeah.
I got one the other day for the Bureau of Commerce of India.
Yeah, like what am I gonna do with that?
Like, I mean, cool. I don't. And you know, you click on why did I see this ad, and it showed me nothing.
Yeah, it doesn't know. It's just random.
Like I feel like they set these fucking algorithms up and just let them go, and they don't monitor them because they're like, oh, we're just making so much money. Ka-ching!
That's literally what it is, though. They just go.
All right, hurry up and show me the thing because we haven't talked about Twitter yet.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. Hang on. Keep going.
Keep going.
Don't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop.
I'm almost there.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. Gross. What? Where'd it go? I was scrolling one day, just minding my own business on my
that's
timeline.
Your first mistake.
Yeah. And I like Reverb. I like the page, and
Wait,
I look
what's Reverb?
Instruments and stuff.
Oh, is that the one Fluff does ridiculous reverb listings?
Yeah. Yep. So, you know, I get ads for Reverb every now and then showing me, you know, the sales and stuff they have going on.
Yeah.
And I scroll down and it's reverb.com. Treat yourself. And it's an amp head. And on the amp head it says butt pussy. And I laughed my ass off for about 10 minutes.
That is probably one of the most ridiculous combinations of words I've ever heard.
I like butt pussy. It's fucking great.
What happened to Dave? He wasn't at band practice. I got a case of the butt pussy.
He's being a butt pussy.
Oh.
But yeah, like ads sometimes are just so ridiculous. And you're like, why does that need to happen? I don't understand. But get a laugh out of it sometimes.
Yeah, we haven't talked about Twitter yet.
Oh God.
Do you use Twitter?
No, not really. I'll go on it for like Adam Schefter or Ian Rappaport for like NFL news and stuff.
Ian fucking Rappaport.
No, not that fuckhole. Jesus Christ.
Oh, come on.
He's okay. I think he's obnoxious most of the time.
You mean like Stephen A. Smith? Oof.
Stephen A. Smith is fucking...
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
You want to talk about someone they keep on ESPN because he runs his mouth?
Well, yeah, it gets people talking about the show and shit.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Although, his hatred for the Cowboys kind of gives me life. I'm not going to lie.
Everybody, you have to hate the Cowboys. You have to. Yeah. And if you don't, I don't like you. So, remember that.
Could be worse. They could be Jets fans.
Yeah, but see, Jets fans are just sad because they have nothing. They don't even have glory days. Most of the Jets fans now, their glory days were in the 60s when they were not around.
When Namath was the quarterback.
Yeah. 63, I believe, is the last time they did anything.
Yeah. Gross.
So, At least Cowboys fans, you know, the 90s aren't
Have you
too
seen
far
Joe
away.
Namath recently?
He looks like a corpse.
His teeth look like they spray paint them white. Like, no one's teeth are that white. Dentures are not that white.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, like, unless there's some new tech, like you can vinyl wrap your dentures. In that case, give me pearlescent
Fucking
ones.
vinyl wrap them, yeah.
But like, he was on some medical insurance commercial. I forget where the fuck I was.
God.
And he's doing the hand, you know, you gotta wave your hands around when you try and sell something. I was just staring at his fucking teeth. I have never seen white that fucking white.
Yeah. It's crazy.
I mean, he's also, you know, he looks like he's been left in the fucking tanning booth too long. He looks like an old leather suitcase.
Yeah.
I can throw a football over them there mountains.
Sure you can, Uncle Rico.
But Twitter, I don't have an issue with Twitter.
Twitter's a goddamn wild, wild west.
It's kind of a little too fast paced, even for my attention span. Because,
Yeah.
like, you know, when you open Instagram and you scroll a little bit, and, you know, with the Google Pixel, you don't have the back buttons and all. You have to, like, slide.
Yeah.
I'll go to scroll through fucking pictures, and it will reset the feed.
Oh.
Twitter does that, too.
Facebook does that to me all the time.
Yeah.
I'll be scrolling and then I'll stop
Yeah.
because I'm like looking at the thing and it'll just go, hey, no, refresh. Don't do that.
Yeah.
I'm looking at something. Fuck.
I wish most, I don't know. I feel like they don't, any of the social media sites now, except for you, MySpace, we love you.
Yep.
But I feel like any of them don't take into, like, they just kind of throw shit at the wall and see what works because they know that we're going to keep using it.
Yeah.
If you listen to this and you're the one who said this, please let me know. And I apologize for forgetting who said this.
It was
But
me.
Facebook is a lot like the two-party system. We know that it's fucked and we know that it doesn't work,
But what else do we have?
but we keep fucking using it.
Yep.
And it's true. Or my other favorite one I saw the other day, we have 8 different flavors of Coke, but we have 2 main parties and 1 Facebook.
Yep.
You know, and it's I need there to be, you know, one of the big things people talk about with capitalism is the competition.
Yep.
Where is it? You know, bring something back that, like, oh, what was the one that all the fucking Trumpy boys were going to? Parlor?
What? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because they could pretty much fire
Message
off and say
boards.
whatever.
It's like 4chan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but for the color red. But I mean, other than that, there's really been nothing.
Yep.
Do you consider Reddit social media?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Message boards, stuff like that. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
You're interacting.
I mean, message boards were kind of like the prequel.
Yep.
You know? Oh, God, I remember 4chan.
4chan's such a cesspool.
Fuck, dude. Like, they could drain that swamp, filter the fucking water 4 times, and throw it back in, and it would never.
Wouldn't make a difference.
That's a stain you can't get out of your soul.
Yeah. No tide will get rid of that.
But I've been in there.
Oh, God.
Listen, we all. It's like everyone swims into shark infested waters by accident every once in a while.
Yeah.
I love how we say shark infested, like it's not their fucking house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like shark infested house would make more sense.
Human infested waters would
Yeah.
make more sense.
You know?
That's
But-
the thing. They
Yep.
were here first. They
Literally.
were all here first.
Sharks existed before trees. Did you know that?
Yeah, I did now. Yeah. Very good.
We should do a science episode at some point.
Yes,
I feel
we
like that'd
should.
be fun.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Overall, the toughest thing with social media is, I mean, you'll never be able to make everyone happy with it, but it doesn't even feel like they're trying to do anything.
They need balance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are you, me?
Yeah,
Sounds
like you
something
always say.
Yeah.
Everything needs balance.
Fucking weirdo.
That's me.
By the way, Adam and I have changed locations. We're up in my music room, and Adam is currently sitting in one of my fucking 240SX seats
Yeah.
that I keep up here for that car.
It feels like a 25-year-old Nissan seat.
So awful.
Yes, not very good.
Feels about as supportive as an absent father.
Uh-huh. Yep. Yep. It is the gallon of milk he went out to get.
Well, not for nothing, but I mean, I own the damn 240. What makes you think I'm going to make it nice for myself?
True. Yeah.
God.
I guess.
Right?
Get some nice brid seats for it.
Thank you for saying that correctly. I
Yep.
appreciate it. Right here.
Yep.
That really hits me where I live. Oh, what else? What else?
Penises?
No, stop that.
Sorry. Oof. Where is my mind? What else is social media? I don't know. I guess that's really the big ones.
Yeah.
I
Do
don't
you
know.
think they affect streaming services at all? I mean, like music streaming, not Netflix, obviously. Netflix would survive on its own, but
well, like Spotify and stuff.
Yeah. I feel like part of the
I don't
thing.
know.
I feel like part of the thing with Spotify is they make it easy to share to
Oh, yeah.
different social media.
There's always
what
a
you're
share
listening
link
to.
on everything you're listening to.
Yeah.
And,
Whereas YouTube Music, formerly Google Play Music,
ugh. Rest in peace.
Again, that fucking app was perfect.
I liked
Sure,
it.
they could have updated the color scheme a little bit, but they decided to overhaul the whole fucking thing, and now it's this amalgamate of all the bad things of this, that, and the other thing. But it's still somehow better than Spotify.
Nah, I disagree wholheartedly with that.
I don't like. I want to go in, make
You-
my own fucking playlist,
Yeah.
and that's it. And
I made my playlist on Spotify. It's easy. You look at the song, you click the thing, you go add the playlist. There it is. And then you get the home tab, and then there's your playlist, your like songs. It's all that shit.
Listen to your mom's playlist.
I don't want to. It's full of Enya and Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah, I don't like Fleetwood Mac.
They're okay, but Enya makes me just... It makes me angry.
She lives in a castle.
Good for her. She makes me angry with her music.
Well, she deserves to live in a castle then. Well, then in that case, I deserve a castle.
Yeah, you deserve a goddamn...
Shut up.
Fucking whatever it is.
Amazing.
A
A
moat.
wordsmith, this one.
Bury me in I don't know.
What?
What's that Taylor Swift song? Bury me in satin.
That is not Taylor
Lay
Swift.
me down with a bed of roses.
That
That's Taylor Swift.
That is not Taylor Swift.
You want to bet? Who is it? Alexa. You don't have an
You don't
Alexa.
have Alexa.
I have to look at this.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I love how like we're gonna talk about social media, and then like towards the tail end, no, we're just gonna argue about whether a song is by Taylor Swift or not.
It's the band Perry.
Oh,
That's what I said.
so
Taylor. It's easy to get confused with what I said. They sound very similar.
Baka.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Sussy Baka.
stop it. Another thing we pride ourselves on here at this particular podcast is we don't script anything. We don't have a list of fucking set
No.
things. So, you know.
Fuck that. Just go with the flow. Go with the flow. And make me a sussy Baka.
Things I say when I'm drowning. Just go with the flow.
Yuck.
Oh,
Can you imagine how unpleasant it would be to drown? Just, you can't breathe and you're
where
choking
did that
in
come
water.
from?
You brought it up.
I made a joke, a passing joke.
Yeah, but I was thinking about it the other day.
People aren't going to listen to this part.
That's bold to assume they listen to any of the other parts.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't know. We got downloads all over the world now.
In Germany,
Yeah,
in
the
Dublin.
Germans?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're going to be sending the train for us in no time.
No.
That's a bingo.
Oh, that movie was so good.
Yeah, it is. One of my favorites of all time. I didn't even talk about that last week. Shit.
It's wild that Brad Pitt was in that because of how
Yeah.
wildly violent that fucking movie is.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Ugh.
It's amazing.
But
Mm-hmm. Balls.
you know what I hate seeing on social media?
Me.
You know what else I hate seeing on social media? People getting like death threats and shit.
Oh, cut that shit out.
You know what? That's okay. I did want to talk about this. Social media has given some people a bigger sense of entitlement.
Oh, yeah.
Like you're entitled to.
Oh yeah.
Now listen, I know that we all have our opinions on Instagram models and people who their sole exist. Like if social media disappeared tomorrow, they'd be fucking jobless and broke.
Yeah.
Whatever your opinion is on that, they don't. I understand they have to appease their fans to a certain degree,
Mm-hmm.
but like, why the fuck would you send death threats to someone that you don't know?
Well, that's the thing too. Say, if meat cutting were to go away,
Yeah.
meat cutters would not have a job or anything else. So why is it different?
Yeah, and not for nothing, but like I always tell you before we do the podcast, keep that same energy.
Mm-hmm.
Social media, I think the biggest ultra fucking drawback to social media is we live in a world with less consequence now. Because back in the day, if you ever said half the shit these people say, you'd be counting your fucking teeth on the pavement.
Yeah.
Especially where I'm from,
Right.
you know?
Well, now you can sit behind a screen and a keyboard and say whatever the hell you want.
Yeah. I mean, when it was Xbox lobbies and shit, that's one thing because you're playing
That's classic trash talk.
You're
Yeah.
playing well, except for the racist shit, but
Well.
like you're in a competitive thing.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime you listen to Mic'd Up on, I'll be honest, as much as my interest in football has kind of waned because you know it's everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
The Mic'd Up stuff is always the best.
Mm-hmm.
The shit talking is, you know, Larry Bird was actually a very phenomenal shit talker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is Julian Edelman.
Yep. Stuff like that. But you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And at least on the football field, someone talks shit. He's right there.
Oh, I can't wait for the sports episode. Shit. Oh.
I know. We gotta figure out Matt's,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But yeah, there's less of a sense of consequence.
Because there really isn't one besides getting like a 10-day ban or something.
Yeah.
That's
you know?
it. Okay, great. Like, that doesn't have any real life repercussions.
And then you have like the other end of it where you have all these fucking social justice dickheads who will dig 10 to 15 years in someone's past.
yeah.
You know, they said this thing. Dude, people change, man.
No shit.
People change. And they're the same motherfuckers, though. Like, remember when the Chris Brown Rihanna thing happened?
Yeah.
People never fucking... They kept listening to his music. They still listen to his music.
Mm-hmm.
Jose, that song Loyal came out, and everyone was like, oh my God. It's like, did you guys not...
Did you lose the...
Did you guys not remember he just got done beating the fuck out of a woman? Like...
To quote Gordon Ramsay, you've lost the plot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's no balance to it.
Nope.
Keep that fucking same energy when it comes to talking shit. If you're going to dig that fucking far back and then go mouth off.
Yeah. Well, it enables people to cherry pick.
Yep.
Whatever they want.
Yep.
This agrees with my views, so this is what I'm going to do.
And this is why I've always said both fucking sides of the political spectrum are fucking garbage.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have one, they basically want to hear what they want to further their fucking agenda, and that's it.
Yep.
God, we're dipping dangerously into a politics.
Getting on the line.
But the internet, social media is a perfect example of that.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have half the populace who's like, well, I should be able to say whatever I want when I want. And they don't understand that businesses can tell you no.
Yeah.
And then you have the other half that wants to dig up anything offensive on anyone ever and drag them for it instead of going, well, this was 15 years ago and they haven't said anything like this since.
Maybe they've grown as a person and realized that was wrong.
Like, don't get me wrong, I don't have the highest faith in humanity, like most people with two brain cells to rub together. But there are a lot of jokes that I used to make back in the day. I won't make them now. You know that.
No. I've changed a lot.
There was some stuff you used to say, I won't say it, that I was like, you can't.
Uh-huh.
You know? And
I grew up.
people fucking change.
Yep.
But social media puts the screws to them while at the same time giving people I hate using this term, a safe space to fucking jaw off and send people death threats.
Yeah.
Like if you wouldn't threaten somebody face to fucking face, don't do it on a keyboard.
Yeah.
Like the guys who type in all caps. Oh, give me your address right now. Like,
oh, Jesus Christ.
Someone made a good point that sometimes the most badass person on a social media page is the one who goes, yeah, this is my address. Pull up.
Yeah.
Pull up.
How about people swatting like streamers?
Fuck. Here's the thing.
Like, what is that?
I'm not a huge fan of streamers because most of them.
They're a lot of them are obnoxious.
Yes. I don't like Ninja. I think he's a cunt.
I don't have any interest.
But at the same time, it's a thing that exists and it doesn't fucking hurt anybody. It doesn't.
It's not hurting you. Just ignore it.
Yes, they literally get paid to play video games. They get paid for people to watch them to play video games. Like, okay, cool. They beat the system. Instead of becoming a meat cutter or a fucking mechanic,
right?
They found an easier way. Good for them.
Yeah.
That's literally the entire point of capitalism.
Exactly. They're not hurting you.
No.
They're not selling heroin to your kids. Leave them
so
alone.
This whole swatting thing, like, I remember the first time I heard of it, I literally had to ask like 4 times. What?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And for what? You know?
Yeah. Some petty little fucking kid. I don't like you. I'm gonna watch this. Like, what the fuck?
Or I DM'd you and she won't respond, so now I have to act in a certain way.
Yeah, you won't send me your gamer girl bathwater.
Yeah.
Here's the SWAT team. What the fuck?
You had to say the bathwater thing.
I do. Yeah, you gotta bring it up.
Oh, Delphine, what the fuck? But yeah, I don't know. And that has kind of rolled over into society because a lot of things happen now because people think they're fucking invincible.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't condone violence. I'm not a big fan of randomly just kicking the shit out of people. But like, if you get caught sending a fucking death threat to someone that you don't know, you should get your ass beat.
If the violence, if it's warranted, have at it.
Yeah. You know, like, some of the stuff, and again, I know the Instagram models put themselves out there in a certain way because they know.
Yeah.
Come on. Like, they play coy. Oh, I can't believe that you guys would like this. Really?
Yeah. No inkling, huh?
Yeah. But my disagreements with that and how they carry that it literally doesn't matter, and that's fine.
Yeah, that's my personal belief, and that's it.
Like, you see dudes try and fucking play, I'm the Billy Badass of Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, they try and send these fucking death threats or shit on people and stuff like that. Like, if you're gonna run your mouth, run your mouth. Whatever. Yeah. We all have a day where we say dumb shit, like you were doing in the 240 pages the other day.
Yeah.
But
warranted. When
it crosses a certain line, people need to be reminded that fucking line exists. I run my mouth like it's a fucking marathon, especially at work. It's kind of my forte. But even I know that there's a point where you gotta fucking be like, nah.
You dial it back.
Yep. Yeah. Let's fucking be cool here.
Yep.
And people need to be reminded of that, unfortunately. And social media just doesn't.
It enables it.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yep. Oh.
Oh yeah.
That was a hell of a point of topic.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if there will ever be a time where social media dies down. I don't think so.
I think it'll only get bigger.
Yeah, I think we've passed that turning point.
Yep.
I think after MySpace was kind of like that tipping point. It is funny though, the types of social media that have come out that have worked. Like, I remember when I first heard what Twitter was, I was like, what?
Yeah, why do I care what this fucking guy thinks?
Well, not even that. So you're telling me I have, what was it, like 120 characters at first?
Something like that, yeah.
To just say a thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Instagram made sense because it was like...
It was pictures.
Pictures.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then, you know, Facebook is kind of an amalgamate of all that. That, like, you got your words, you got your pictures, you got your sounds, stuff like that.
Word books and picture books.
You know what I don't get? Have you ever had this happen? I'll post like a YouTube link, like, oh, this is what I'm listening to right now, whatever, and it doesn't show up.
Yeah, It's a hit or miss.
Yeah, that's weird how
I
that
think it's just the algorithm being like, oh, I don't know what this is,
Yeah.
so fuck you.
Yeah.
You know, who knows?
But I think this is a good place to wind it up. What do you think?
Yeah.
All right.
Wind it up. I had something for this.
Well, either way,
Yep.
be safe. Don't be stupid.
Yeah.
And remember, the line exists because just because someone won't check you online, don't mean they won't fucking check you in real life.
That's right. And ravioli is not a fancy food.
Stop it! It what? I have had several people tell me that it can be. You don't even know what chicken marsala is. And you're going to tell me what is or isn't.
Chicken marsala
Yeah.
is an Indian dish.
It absolutely is not. It's an Italian dish.
It's an... Oh, I was thinking of
Yeah.
something else.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a fucking chef. Whatever. See you next week.
See you next week.